Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Friday and I have the lovely Mrs. Sandra Joseph with me today, and we're going to be talking about credit reports, which is another hot topic that you might be seeing in the media, or you might vaguely know something about but don't actually know how it works. So welcome, Sandy.
Hi Stacey, thanks for having me along.
Oh, you're very welcome. Can we start with what is a credit report?
Stacey, a credit report is basically information gathered by the Credit Bureau. That's a body that collects and holds your personal information. Everything from your name, date of birth, how long you've been in your job, defaults, bankruptcies, directorships for companies, anything that could be found in a public record. And that includes defaults on current and past liabilities.
And do you get like a score? Is there like a scoring or a rating on that report that lenders look at?
Your credit score is a sliding scale. So basically from 0 to 1,000. So depending on what the conduct that you have on everything. So with credit reporting, it's really important to understand that it's not just if you are 3 days late on a credit card payment. The positive credit reporting, as we know it, which is really only positive if you're up to date with all of your payments on everything, and that includes your utilities. So it's not just, did I pay my credit card on time? It's have I paid my gas bill on time? Have I paid my electricity bill on time? And all of those, depending on how often, and those things are calculated over the previous 2 years, and credit inquiries are calculated over the last 5 years. So, if somebody says, I think I want to try and repair my credit history, what do I need to do? It's not something they can do in 5 minutes, because there's a long history there. And, most lenders would like to think that somebody who has a good credit score is someone who is over 500.
Okay.
So over that midway mark, and obviously the higher that you get to the 1,000, the stronger your credit score is. So therefore you're considered a better risk for any lender or somebody who's going to give you a credit facility. So that might be a mobile phone, or moving into a new house and putting the power or the gas on.
Okay, fantastic. So there's probably a lot of people out there deferring their mortgage payments, taking advantage of the relief packages because they need to, that the lenders are offering. Would this affect their credit score?
Look, there's actually there's two different opinions on this at the moment, and I sat through a very good webinar, in fact, yesterday, and the way that positive credit reporting is done, it's done on a basis of over the last 2 years, how many times have you been behind on a facility, and that will be ranked from a 0 through to a 3, 4, 5, 10, however many times you've been in arrears. The banks are saying that they are not going to negatively report, which means that they're not going to put that if you've put your loan on hold for 6 months, they're not going to say that you've been in arrears for 6 months. But they're also not going to put that you haven't been. So it's actually going to be a blank in that space.
Okay.
At the moment. So what that means is that another lender could then ask the question, did you put your loan on hold? Did you enter into hardship through the COVID-19? The banks are, at this point in time, I believe, working on a solution for that so that it won't flag at all. So unfortunately, even though the banks are saying it's not going to affect your credit score, we're not actually sure at this point in time how that will affect anybody later on down the track. That shouldn't stop anyone, if they are in hardship and they do need to put something on hold or go to interest only, they shouldn't be putting themselves under financial hardship because that might be noted, because later on down the track, even if it does come up, you've got a legitimate reason why and it would just be an explanation through to whatever lender or utility you were going for. That's my understanding and my belief.
Fantastic. Now, if anyone's uncertain about what their credit score or their report looks like, how do they access that information?
Okay, so they have a couple of options. There are 3 credit reporting companies in Australia. They can go online and either get a free, which is not a comprehensive report, it's a basic score. They can pay for a comprehensive report, or if they're looking at doing further lending and want to know what their credit score is, mortgage and finance solutions brokers can perform for them a credit check, which is a comprehensive report. We know how to read them and understand them, so we can give our clients some advice on what they need to do, or in fact what lenders would or would not look at them given what's reported on that scorecard. So in any of those options.
Fantastic. And we don't charge for that as well, so that's free to,
No, we don't.
to anyone who wants one.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much, Sandy. That was very interesting. I mean, I think we're all going to have to watch this space as everything develops, but thank you for your time today. If anyone has any questions on their credit report, please feel free to contact us. And I will put a link on how you can contact us to obtain your free one in our social media. Thanks, Sandy.
Fantastic.
Have a great Friday.
Thanks, Daisy. Bye-bye.
Bye.